The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Summer tastes like Tic Tac. Tantalize your taste buds this sunny season with citrus adventure and orange. 2 everyday flavors that bring summer in every. Tic Tac Citrus Adventure is a yummy, vibrant medley of lemon, lime, and mandarin. And Tic Tac Orange is the perfect mix of tangy and sweet. Visit us at Tic Tac USA on social to refresh your summer with Tic Tac.
This episode is brought to you by 2B1B4U, Arsenon, Dark Vixen, Devon Harkenrider, Deja Vu, Fox Sakes, Glue Thoric, Joshua Meserve Jr., Nibiris, Raven B, and Red the Greedy, who each support us at our highest Patreon level. Episode 36, To the Sound of Trumpets. In morn the battlefield is drawn, and death reveals its scythe. Soon buried deep in flesh and bone, bodies strewn by wicked knife. And eyes that screamed like fireflies that howled for orange dawns, find cages here instead of prize, locked wide on night as stars are formed. Decay, you fool, you piece of clay, you brave and fettered meat. You rose to fight for vicious days. No rest here now in endless sleep. Trodden dust beneath others' path, crushed feed for bravery's bell. Dull red sinks deep from unchecked wrath. Silent shrills for newborn hell. Was it not enough to be given breath? You trade it now for curdled blood that drips from skin and bone bereft, flung aside by wind and earth and mud. You gave your gift of quiet nights, thought roaring war would pay your due. Earn cheap and easy was your life. Now soul is stirred in devil's stew. Welcome back to Girls Who Don't D&D. I am your host, Cory, and I'm actually quite nervous about this episode, so much so that I'm doing this intro without the girls here. I'll bring them into the cast in just a moment with a little cheeky edit, but I wanted to tell you why I'm nervous. Never before in our game have they been so close to complete failure. And as you probably know by now, if you fail in my game, you fail big. They've used their get out of jail free card, which wasn't exactly free and ended up causing all sorts of grief with the god of the nether, Bellerith. And they've left a lot of clues behind and opportunities. But they still have a lot of cards up their sleeves, if they remember them. But if they don't, this could be a tough day at the office. Anyway, let's see what happens, and let's welcome the girls like they were here all along. With me, as usual, are the girls.
Indy playing Freya.
Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Lana playing Morrigan.
Ladies, things have not gone well for the terrific trio lately. I don't know why I write those things, it's hard to say. Terrific trio?
The three amigos.
I was listening when I was back listening for the Patreon. You did the same thing then. You had sibilants in there.
Love
it. I don't know why I do this.
Yep.
And that was 2 years ago. And you're still
I'm still doing it.
I'm committing to the alliteration.
When it works, it works. When it doesn't, there's a spray going on of some description.
Oh.
Anyway, let's put all that aside for right now and focus on something new. We've only just started this, but we've placed all of our Patreon supporters in a pool. Not a real pool, obviously, but that would be awesome. We should do
like
that.
To support us, we may be able to have a pool.
Can I build one of those wheels where you put all the names in and it spins?
Yes, please.
Oh, bingo.
Yay.
Yeah. Very visual again for audio podcast, but that's fine. That's fine.
But we can record it and share it.
Oh, okay. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've done that. And so, ladies, who would you like to shout out from the pool?
I'm going to shout out to Stuart Mills and Shelby Odom.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And thank you
Is there a reason?
much.
No.
Because at the moment it's really cold in Australia and we got some blankets.
We did. We bought blankets.
We got some blankets. So I would like to shout out especially to those two because I feel like your money specifically bought us these blankets. I appreciate it. My toes are warm.
For context, the girls, what's the right word for it? Whinged and moaned about being cold last
I
episode.
don't know about
Our
moaned
last episode
or whinged.
complained, definitely. Mentioned it frequently.
Groaned
as an
slightly.
objective observer. Yeah.
Rightfully identified human rights.
Oh,
I know.
God,
And
the
I was like, if
issues.
people could see the conditions we work in, that Cory has us under, he was worried about being cancelled. This is. But we did spend last episode, because when we came in and saw the blankets, I was like, oh, we must have spent last episode really complaining about that.
We got 2 new blankets each and a footstool.
There we go, yes. Look, I'll be honest with you. I cut most of that out. I didn't think the audience needed to hear as much whinging. It was, God, they're really going at it today.
Well, I'm really glad our union came through.
Our flower pots were out striking for our rights.
Stace, who would you like to shout out?
I'm going to shout out Provincial Lady and Millie Dale. Thank you so much. We honestly really appreciate it.
We haven't got any more blankets to cover for them. You guys also?
Actually, if you want to be very specific,
Actually,
I got
yes.
scoliosis.
Yeah.
And
You've paid for surgery.
And you guys pay for my corrective surgery. No, it can be hard sitting down for a long time. And Cory bought me this lumbar support, and I'm very comfortable right now. So thanks, Provincial Lady and Millie Dale.
We're not going to do this every single time we shout out patrons, by the way. You bought us a lumbar support and I got a blanket. But they are little things that we did to spice up the room. The most important thing we've done, that's not the right phrase.
Yeah, to provide it.
I was about to say,
Little things that we did to cater for our physiological needs.
We've got new chairs coming as well because the girls are hoping to be able to sit down for longer, play longer, make longer episodes, the sort of thing you guys ask us for. And being comfortable was pretty much the goal of that. And these are brand new microphones, so hopefully they'll be faster to edit with because we won't get as much noise crossing over. I could be horribly wrong about that, but the girls are learning how to use those right now, and it's fun to watch them sort of learning how to swivel their head.
Trying not to move my head.
You're allowed to
Just
move
my
it.
eyes.
It's just
Or like just holding onto the microphone and swiveling it with you.
Lana, who are you shouting out?
I would like to shout out our 4 newest Athalathalos members.
Oh, what now?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
That's what they're called.
Actually,
Don't question it. Athalathalatho.
Athalathatho.
Athalathatho.
It's easy. It rolls off the tongue.
Totally does.
what does that mean?
Well, I stole it. It's
that's the
actually
tier
the
that they're at.
name.
No,
Yeah, it's
it
the name of the
wasn't me.
tier, but in our world, that's the name of the pantheon of the gods, which is actually a Red Dwarf reference for people out there. It's just a phrase that gets said at some stage, and it's close to the sound I made. So I went, that's what I'm going to call them. That's what they are. Anyway, who are they?
I will put together a wheel next time of all members and then do it totally randomly. But for now, it's going to be the latest Athalatho members, which is Jamie Mueller, Alex Baskerville, Mortal, and Asriel the Fallen 2.
2.
02.
The also fallen.
But thank you so much for joining us on Patreon. We hope you enjoy the extra content over there. And thank you so much for helping us do what we do.
I'm going to shout out Jordan Savage, not Savage, because that's actually the full length of their name. Not just the Savage. Like, they actually really want you to know. It is not Savage. It is Savage.
Jordan
Which used to be
Savage.
one of the
Jordan
names
Savage.
that I was willing to marry into, by the way.
You guys,
I was
like
really
it.
keen to get the last name Savage for a while there.
you have badass last names. We don't talk about it because we're still anonymous, but you have like the sort of names that people have in action hero sort of situations.
And it's actually so cool. I didn't change mine when I got married.
Yeah, yours is
Yeah,
awesome.
I also will not be.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely not.
And I came in,
No.
mine is good, but yours is solid.
Mine's kind of
action.
mafia. Like, I feel like mine's kind of mobby.
But yeah, I do think you have badass last names, and I can imagine like a movie poster with your last names across the top, and everybody be like, "Those are fake names, clearly, because they're
Yeah, they're stage names.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what the sort of similar sort of things like, you know, when they, you know what it is? You know when there's a TV series and the whole series is named after just that person?
Yeah.
Like they just use the name of the person.
Yeah,
Not
Castle.
quite like a
They would
house
all
and
work.
castle, but yeah, all
They
of yours
all
would work.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I haven't finished my shout outs.
you what?
You went first.
Yeah, you were
I know,
first.
and then I forgot, and then I come back to it. Can I shout out someone else?
Sure.
On Spotify, Cadet says, even without Indy, the girls still don't see or choose not to see the obvious solutions. Thank you for realising that it's not just me.
Oh, also, thank you, Misha. You sent us a gorgeous cross stitch, which I'm going to show in my next book review. I'm taking it home, by the way. It's mine now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to see this gorgeous cross stitch, watch my next video.
This is the last episode as well before we hopefully are gracing the floors of MCM London. We're still waiting on. I mean, by the time this goes out, we'll almost certainly have been either approved or not approved. We're just waiting on them getting back. If either way, we're going there.
We
have booked the flight.
We'll be there.
Yeah, if we don't go into MCM London.
If they don't let us in, though, we're
We're all going to meet at a pub.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to do that. But if they do say no, we're just getting a table and we're going to sit out the front.
With our middle fingers
Fuck 'em.
sky high.
Just sit there and just wait for people to show up.
And we'll make
But we'll be
posters in crayons saying not nice things.
Oh, that would be slanderous.
Horrible, horrible, horrible. Hey there, listeners. We interrupt ourselves because we do have news. We are officially coming to MCM. And we're going to bring a whole bunch of merch.
Ooh.
Mache. Pizza mache.
The higher end merch.
Wow. Classy girls who don't D&D. Mache.
The merch will cost you 10% more, but if you just want merch. But yes, we look forward to seeing you there. We're very excited about it, and we are keen. Keen? Is keen the right word?
yeah.
It's
Keen
more
as
than
beans.
keen, though. You guys are,
Yeah.
effervescent
Yeah.
about meeting people.
We're going to be in another country talking about our podcast.
Meeting people who listen to our
people who
podcast.
listen to it.
We should really play now.
Anyway, that was an episode of Shout-Outs.
That wasn't
We
even
love
that
our
long
people.
compared to how you often go for much longer. But if you do want to help us out, we've recently had a whole bunch of double episodes for a month. We will keep doing that if we can get just a little bit bigger. That will become sustainable. So hit us up on Patreon. You Google it. That's
Just Google
you
it.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you there. Anyway, girls, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Roll the song.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice.
I'm really bad at singing, hey.
No.
Oh, no, I am.
No, it's
You
just
are
it's
good.
just your voice.
You know how I know? You know how I know Isaac loves me very much? Because I'll be like singing around the house and he'll be like, oh, babe, I love your voice. And I'm like, you are.
I'm like singing away, and John's like, hey, wow, you could do this professionally. I'm like, oh, sweetie, no. You're just in love with me and you're blinded by that.
Yep.
That bothers me because now when I sing, Sam occasionally goes, that bit was okay. No, she doesn't.
Corey, she thinks you're fine.
Yeah, you'll do.
You're enough.
You know, the priest or the celebrant or whatever you go through says, I do and I do. Sam went, you'll do. Harsh but unfair as well. When we left the girls, they were struggling with a dilemma, whether they should start a war that would take many lives or end the war, which would take even more. I can tell you
All
this.
the lives, right?
All the lives.
Yeah.
Never before have they been more indecisive than during that part of our game. They got there having travelled across the great island of Kaa'Riin from one side to the other, battling inner and outer demons, releasing gods, struggling with doors, creating unions, threatening horses, going to circuses, damaging churches, being betrayed, saving children, saving gods, forgetting everything, and remembering parts of it again.
Yay.
Struggling doors made the list.
You have struggled with
We
so
have
many doors.
struggled with many
We
doors.
have. And then Corey's like, if you just tried to open it.
I know. I'm looking forward to having a door that just says push and sitting there for an hour as you guys
And we
go,
pull.
should we try pulling the door instead of just pushing it? Most recently, they seem to have signed up with the biggest bad of them all, or at least one of the top 3, the rather difficult to read and understand Tau Dornus, son of the god within the heart of the mountain. He gave them a gem to be used to merge his soul. I'm stuffing these ones up.
You're fine.
Ugh, it's my back. I need one of them lumbers.
In the words of your wife, you're fine.
You're fine. No, she said it with the emphasis. You're fine. You took the emphasis off.
This isn't what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes, it's very important. She said, my man, fine.
That's not what she said.
No, it's not. It's not even a little bit.
Mainly.
She said, my man, fine. There's a comma in there and she paused.
If I have to.
He gave them a gem to be used to merge his soul and many others to raise his mother and return her to the empty place in the pantheon of the gods, while implying that though they had done this many times before, this time was something different. Meanwhile, a bunch of gods from somewhere else appear to have infiltrated this side of the universe, or this universe in particular, and are vying for position in that celestial power zone, with the intent of closing both this and their universes forever. One of those gods, though, just wants to cause chaos, which is why it's quite bad that they now inhabit the body of a dragon and are hell-bent on killing the families of the girls, just to see how much pain they can cause. Now, the girls have been tasked with fighting this losing battle, directing the souls of the lost.
Farting this losing battle.
I heard it. Okay, good. I'm glad we all.
I was like, well, he's going to continue with that.
Well, it's not even a typo. It's not even. I meant what I said.
I heard it because I was like, no one's reacting.
No one reacted. Then Courtney said something because I was like, nope, that says farting.
I was like, hang on.
Bitch, I said what I said.
Bitch, I said what I said.
Anyway, if they can find a way to fight their way through this battle, they probably will. Otherwise, they'll be fighting their way and directing the souls of the lost, and then finding the child of Thassa and Shtaka so that time can finally continue on its merry way. Meanwhile, here is where everyone else is. And the girls don't get to hear this part. This is more editing wizardry. The crew of the Golden Spear are close by, racing away from a fleet of Lord Caradril's flying ships, headed this way and carrying an army of clockwork warriors. They are flying over another army, this time the divided people of Kaa'Riin and Mendelin, now diluted into golem form. On the other side of the battlefield, still separated by the power of the remaining towers, are the armies of the mighty Justicars, forced here by Queen Morrigan, who, at one stage, controlled their souls in gems that she kept around her neck. We know that Morrigan's love interest, when she's not lusting after vampires and sirens, the lovely Shayla, actually has some of those gems and wants to bring them to Morrigan. But who knows where that will lead? The girls don't know that. We know that Lute has the gauntlet to control the army of warriors. We know that the Children of the Night and the Nine Lives Guild have been making a life of it in the heart of the mountain, right in front of the illusory door that has even more souls behind it and is protected by Shtaka and Thassa. And we know that Jordan, Thine and Castier are with them. This is probably a good time to say that the mysterious being that took Castier hostage recently while eyeing off those souls was indeed the reborn or re-deathed Minty Bitch. No longer minty, but still quite bitchy. But the girls don't know that either. We know that the girls have saved a small troupe of singers who can create illusions, but we'll see if they remember that one. And we know that Kaa'Riin can turn into a whale now. It can't be an epic adventure without an epic amount of action. Anyway, magic of editing, the ladies are back. Ladies, you are standing over the defiant shape of a young woman who has just tried to kill Morrigan's recently recovered biological father, Katar of the Wind. You are surrounded by Justicars. It's nearing midnight, and the battle lines are drawn for sunrise. Kaa'Riin, as a magpie, you just speared down from the sky and knocked a knife from the hand of a smallish-looking assassin from the Nine Lives Guild, and that's where you're at. What would you like to do?
Oh, like this is our bit. We do things now.
Yeah, I did a lot already.
You did.
Thank you. I wasn't sure where we were. Okay, so
Having just done it.
we'll just cut that out then.
Go on.
Have you thought about that?
I have to.
Yeah.
I do
Well,
that
there's
all
a
the
lot
time.
of cutting you got
That's
to
what I
do
do.
because
I love
of
it.
your bullshit performance today. So, oh, I love this game. Okay, so I have come down from the sky.
Yeah, you did all the saving, but you're still a bird.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have seen you be a person just
Yeah,
about
but
a
I've got
minute
to
ago.
come back down now. So I'm coming back down because no, I've already come back down.
Yeah, you're next to. I mean, you swooped down and knocked out. I guess you could have continued on into the sky if you wanted to.
No, someone just tried to kill
My
My
bio
own
dad.
Qatar.
Qatar. So
So-
we're gonna have to figure out who just tried to kill Qatar.
yeah.
Because that was rude, if I'm being honest.
Just
if I-
rude.
Especially now that he's got his soul.
Yeah, so I'm going to transform back to me again.
I might send my mage hand over and just rip off the mask.
Yes, I love that. Rip her dumb mask off.
What does a mage hand look like this time?
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have it bedazzled. You know,
Like a Michael Jackson glove with all the gemstones on it.
Oh, that's cool. I was thinking like, you know how you get like, they're like mesh things that go up your arm,
Oh,
but it's
yes.
like a chinket chain kind of thing, and one part goes around your middle finger.
Yes, yeah.
I'm thinking like that.
Yeah, cute, very 1920s.
All right, for almost no reason at all, it looks exactly like that. And it heads over and peels back the mask.
Dum dum dum. Who is it?
And and you see a young girl who I'd say she's just in her early teens, far younger than anybody else who's supposed to be in the guild. And you remember her. You saw her quite some time ago now, I guess a few weeks ago, really. And she looked at you all quite strange at the time. but I don't know if you remember why, but she was
I remember her
uncomfortable
giving a
being
bit of
around you. Yeah.
Side eye kind of situation.
She was, yeah.
I could see she was not feeling us.
One of the assassins nearby has been walking amongst the others as they start to rise. There seems to be so much joy still amongst them. Roll me a perception check.
17 plus 2.
17 plus 1. Plus 0, sorry.
13 plus 2, 15.
15. All of you notice that there are a couple of the people who are there who aren't as happy as the other ones. They didn't find people there alone.
Is it because we killed their mothers?
Might be something to do with that. Might be something you need to address in the future.
Why'd you try and kill him?
What is your deal?
She's silent. In fact, if anything, she's struggling a little bit.
You're okay.
Trying to get up and get away,
So you're part of our guild.
which she absolutely will do if no one holds her down.
You're part of... Oh, yeah. She looks a bit flighty.
Definitely.
So I'm going to put bail on her at $1 million.
I don't think that makes any difference whatsoever in this
Fine,
game.
I'll go over and hang on to her.
Okay. Give me a
Alright.
strength check.
Okay.
-1.
Is it really?
It is, so it equals 5. I got 5. I just like hold on to her. I just touch her with my pinky.
Well,
At this point.
she flings you aside quite easily, surprisingly for her size, but
I'm going to step in and bear hug her.
you give me a
You
strength
mean
check
literally?
as well. Are you turning into a bear to do this? I'll teach this girl a quick lesson.
Show you what's what. No, I'm going to do like when someone's really like an out of control child, I guess. Well,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a child, and then go from and just you get it as a bear hug, whatever.
It's a hug. All right. I didn't even roll last time for your abysmal. She may have rolled lower than you last time. So
Yeah. And she rolls a 1.
no, but this time she probably would have because I didn't roll last time, and this time she only rolled a 3. So you would have got. I was so disappointed with your shitty roll that I went. I'm just cancelling that. But Kaa'Riin, you have held her down quite easily.
Yeah.
All right.
And we go, hey.
Whoa,
Come on
whoa,
now.
Whoa.
Come on, what's this about? What? God, there's so much going on right now. Why are you doing this?
You're part of our guild, and our people don't kill.
They don't, kinda.
The assassins?
Under her breath, she definitely says, "It's not your guild."
Oh!
Excuse me, young lady.
It never was. The cotton was yours, but the Nine Lives Guild were not. You were in it
that's
for a while.
true.
Yeah.
I'm getting mixed up between the
Yeah, but
cotton
we're
and
kind
the...
of all together now, right? Like we're
Yeah.
all living together in a snail, aren't we?
They're in the rest of them are living in the tunnels beneath the heart of the mountain or in the heart of the mountain.
Yeah. Like that's where our snails are.
And the Nine Lives
Yeah.
Guild were the mothers of the cottons.
Yeah.
So
And
It was
we're
quite a
all
big
combined
moment.
we're
now.
all together.
Not even doing a
family.
flashback for that part. It was that big a moment.
Like
Yeah.
no, and we say no, it's not our guild, but it's our community.
We're connected. We are one.
Yeah. Excuse me.
She doesn't care. She's not looking at you at all.
Oh, she doesn't care about me. I look at Freya. I'm like, will you take this? Because she's a little bitch.
Oh, I hate the attitude. It's like
I hate
teenage
the
attitude.
attitude.
So I
It's
slap
full
it out of her.
teen attitude as well.
Oh my God, I can feel it.
She's the embodiment of
I can
whatever.
feel the side eye.
Yeah, she's doing the.
Yeah.
That's the. You can see the body language of.
And then I'll walk away and she'll be like, yeah, walk away. That's all you got. Why did you do this? Why did you choose to do this?
She is not speaking.
Nothing.
You're going to need to figure a way to get her to speak.
Should we torture her? Sorry.
Oh God.
Can we flash back to when you just said we don't kill people?
Yeah, I
But
mean,
would you
like,
torture people?
Get a feather and tickle it on her nose. That's
Yeah.
torture.
Yeah, that is torture.
So minor torture.
Oh, you leave it there long enough and you can't do anything about it. That hurts.
All right, describe to me the level of minor torture you're employing.
I'm going to get a feather and stick it under her nose, but she can't do anything.
There's one magpie feather nearby.
Oh yeah,
To the
true.
left of a magpie feather, and you're doing the tickle under the nose.
Oh, I hate that feeling. I can feel it already.
Well,
it just makes you want to sneeze.
I will actually roll to see what that does.
Yeah, what do you roll for torture?
She's doing a wisdom save, so she'll do a wisdom save and see how she gets. God damn it! I had this whole section where she was going to hang on for a while and not talk to you, and that's 2 3s in a row.
Oh,
Come on!
That's low odds.
I mean, how much resilience does a
So even though
14-year-old
you're
have?
tickling, you're tickling
Yeah,
her under
that's
her
true.
nose. They usually have a lot more resilience because they're annoyed by the whole universe. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Too
I'm not
bad.
doing
Tickle,
anything.
tickle, tickle.
So she maintains the surliness but still gives up. Stop it! Stop it! I'll speak. I'll say anything. Damn it!
That's so easy.
All of our villains should be teenagers.
Level 1, check. Ah, Cory.
What would you like to ask her?
Why did you try and kill him?
The one who sent me, who sometimes looks like you, She found my mother.
Who looks at...
I only know one person who looked like you.
Not Minty.
Yes, Minty.
Oh, did she smell like mint?
No, she definitely doesn't smell like mint.
What does she smell like?
Death.
Yeah, because she's dead.
Because
and the perfume covered it.
Yes.
Ugh, yuck. Ugh.
Anyway, weren't you torturing me?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what?
Sorry,
no,
more-
no, fine.
more
I'm going
feather.
back. I'm going back to being resilient.
No.
You broke me only for a moment.
And I just like, you know when someone goes like with the aeroplane with a little kid?
With the feather.
I know with the feather.
No, I'll speak. Never again.
Oh, this is the most PG torture ever.
She found my mother deep in the darkest places of the void, where you sent her.
I didn't send her anywhere. Did I?
You killed her. That's what my mother said.
Oh, Freya, I think she's right, You killed this chick's mum.
Oh.
You did,
Yeah,
yeah.
but we were in battle. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Did I?
There's a consequence for all actions.
Yes.
But
Sorry.
we didn't know they had children, and she was trying to kill you. Look at her, I'm like, it was self-defense.
And at that point, your mum thought she had no children left.
Yeah, that's
So she
true.
was also doing the work of the evil.
That is absolutely true, yeah.
You took my mother from me.
That is fact.
Your mum was evil.
Okay. This is fact. This is true. I'm not going to deny.
And I will find a way to take something from you.
Okay, so what's that going to achieve? Like, I'm not sure what your logic is here.
And we don't want to throw our toys out of the cot just yet.
She's a teenager. She doesn't go, yes, you've got me with your logic.
I'm just talking through. I'm like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what do you hope to achieve? Like what?
I told you what I hope to achieve. You will feel what I feel.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
lost everything. You will lose everything.
No,
I
we
start
won't,
with
though.
you, and she looks at Morrigan, and then I'll go to the next one and the next one until you all have nothing left. And you won't stop me because I know you don't have the courage to stop me.
I beg to differ on that. We don't have to kill you, but we can imprison you if that's what you're going to do.
No prison will hold me.
I to differ, I beg.
And she squirms under the very small amount of pressure you're putting on her and can't get away.
Yeah. And then we just bring back the feather.
I have no qualms imprisoning you in comfort to stop you from doing this. No one's going to kill you.
It won't just be me.
Okay.
She has all of them.
All of who?
The guild and the children.
Who's she? Oh, Minty, the dead one.
So is she trying to control them?
I won't say another word.
Where's Jorda?
That was part of our army, telepathetically speaking, to you guys.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Okay. So Minty did come back after I killed her as well, telepathetically.
I killed her telepathetically, that sounded like.
Also telepathetically, this is all happening in front of all of the Justicars that we're trying to get on our side.
Yeah, they're sort of standing around going,
Yeah, and
weren't
look-
we called in for some reason?
Yeah, but like, look how humble we're being. Like, we're not hurting her. We're PG tortured. Now we're trying to talk her through this. We're explaining the consequences of
Yeah.
her actions should she follow through with this. Like whatever. They need to fight for what's right. You know, you got to fight for your right to party. It's
Finally that makes sense to her. Oh, right, yeah. Katara the Wind turns quickly and he has a sword and he turns it straight to the girl's throat.
hey.
She tried to kill him.
We're trying to teach her a lesson about being better, and now you're not being better, so you should really grow up.
Yeah, to be fair, Freya did kill her mother.
Dad, she is a child.
So now he moves his sword to Freya's neck.
Oh, we're at dad now? Not biological father?
Daddy, no.
Biological father.
He does turn very quickly now that he knows that you killed someone's mother, and he holds the knife against you. And the other Justicars are all looking around like, whose side are we on here?
Okay, hang on. Don't stab me.
Fair enough, he says, and puts the sword down. No, he keeps the sword against you.
I didn't mean to. We were in battle. We were in combat. She was coming after me, so I had to kill her. Kind of. But we just saved your life, so it's like eye for an eye kind of thing.
That is not how the court system works here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be real. The Nine Lives Guild are assassins. Highly trained assassins who are trying to assassinate. What would you do?
I would stop them.
Yeah, and we did. She did.
Well, but she also murdered somebody.
No, that's not murder. That's self-defense.
The courts will decide.
Well, they can decide.
And bail is set at $1 million.
You set your own bail.
They can decide.
And you set it high.
1 coin.
What's your deal, Qatar? Wait, hold on. Sorry. Who are you in the court of law?
Yeah, and why do you choose to get
I am
you
the
to kill me?
Justicar.
I don't care. No one cares. We're in battle.
I don't think you understand exactly where you are,
I do. You're Justicar.
but I have everything I need to be me again.
Ugh.
I will make decisions
Yeah, and
for
who-
myself.
who
I'm
did that
no
to you?
longer bound.
You wouldn't have it all if it wasn't for us. And also, you.
I
Ray
don't
out-
know you at all.
You're so boring, if I'm being honest.
Are you picking up on these teenagers' abilities or something? Like, we're all going down that.
No, I think
Roll
we're
for
all
angst.
united against the patriarchy, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, God, you're such a stale ham sandwich of a human being. You're such...
Patriarchy, as we all know, doesn't apply to men with high cheekbones. But he's also...
You're basic,
He's
is what
also
you are.
right.
Yeah, you're threatening my life.
Yeah, you're a bit hypocritical, champ.
I'm not threatening your life. I'm stopping you from running away until the guards arrive. Guards?
So just to be clear, this teenager here, we're just going to let her go?
Oh, we'll take them all.
Oh, we're all going?
You're all going to be taken away, yes.
Should we run away?
No, let's just go to court. Apparently they want to waste this
They won't
time.
put you in court now. They're just going to hold you in position until the battle's over and then take you back.
Oh, wait, hold on. So we don't have to do the battle if we get... Oh, yes, we're going with them. They can sort this shit out. Let's go. We're going.
Okay, you understand that will mean the battle happens
Yeah, without us. Fantastic. They can
and
sort that
everything will
out.
be reset and you'll be back on the boat.
Yeah,
And
well,
you
I'm
made
sorry
your
that you have
own
to
bed.
write that. Let's go.
All
All
right.
right, everyone needs to calm down.
Oh, no, I'm just flicking back to I don't even have to rewrite it. It's the
And here
first
comes
episode
logic.
again. It starts on a boat with no one having any memories.
Great.
You just re-release the episodes.
Yeah, I don't even need you anymore. Just roll it through.
Fantastic.
See you in about 3 years' time.
Okay, see you then. Talk sense into your father.
All right, everyone needs to calm down.
Does he know you're his daughter? Because he's acting like he isn't. Sorry, this is telepathically.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Telepathetically. Telepathetically? Isn't that what we're doing?
It's what you say, yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Dad, I just found out that you are my father. I know that you've met me before, that you've met a version of me before at least, but there is more to this than it seems, and it's not that simple. We're in the middle of a war. We don't have time to lock up the people that are here to help us, here to literally save the world.
Roll persuasion.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And roll
DM.
Given that if things do
I'm
go
the
that way,
DM now.
yeah, if things go pear-shaped in a minute and we do go back to the boat and the time loop stops, she can run the next system.
Yay!
Can I roll again?
Nope.
So that's a 2 + 5.
Oh, make him roll.
One of the other Justicars steps in front of you and puts the sword out. It's hard to know whether he's there to protect you or not.
Roll inside.
I'm sure he doesn't even know.
The guy coming across, yeah.
He's like, this isn't good. I don't
guy.
know what I'm supposed to be doing, but sword.
Big guy, lots of coats, and he's like just fur coat sort of things. Clearly has come down from cold regions, and he is confused as hell. He doesn't know if he's protecting you or preparing to kill you. All he says is, "You had his gem. Where is mine?" He's not Scottish. Absolutely not Scottish. Just south of the border. He's heard a bit of the Scottish accent from time to time. He dallies. He dallies.
I love the word dally. I don't know use the word dally enough.
We're doing a bit of dallying right now.
Yeah, I just...
In fact, all he wants to know is where's his gem, and I'm going to say, what colour is it?
Oh, you've asked him what colour his gem
Yeah.
is? We'll go over ice blue.
Ooh, anyone got an ice blue gem around?
telepathetically, we don't have everyone else's gems.
We've got some gems.
Freya grabbed a couple off of Morrigan's necklace,
Yeah.
but then scattered the rest, and that's how Randy Buck got one.
Oh, yeah.
So Freya might have a couple of these guys' souls, but
Let me search.
do you know what colors? Because Freya had to pick up like a collection of them when she ripped them off of Morrigan's neck.
I don't think we actually ever mentioned. I'm going to let you roll because they were random. And if you roll above a 10 right now, one of those gems is a light blue one. How'd you go?
10.
Sadly, it needed to be above a 10.
Oh, come on. You said 10 or
seriously?
above.
That's what...
You said 10 or above.
He said above a 10.
Alana, I'm trying to gaslight him.
Sorry, he recorded. He'll just rewind it. He's ungaslightable at this point. Damn it!
No, you do not have an ice blue gem. The two colours you have when you pull out the gems that you found on the necklace were...
So I've got a hot pink and a light pink.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I think we should... Okay, I've got this purple gem here. We don't know who's in it, though.
You do not? You could probably figure it out. It's glowing.
So what I was thinking is I should go, all right, everybody stop. Let's do a gem audit. So I'm gonna hold this gem out as a beautiful lilac purple. God, it's pretty. These gems are so pretty. So this is really pretty and it's glowing, which means one of the Justicars here, I have your soul and I'm giving it back to you freely with a poem.
You see a couple of them move to step toward you almost straight away.
Okay.
But it is not theirs.
No, okay, all right. Maybe get a hot pink one out
All right,
and hold
hot
that
pink. Anybody here?
Going once.
Going
twice.
You see a dwarven woman. She steps forward and she says, I believe that is me.
Really? Well, welcome aboard. Well, roll on up.
Are you reading the
she's
spell?
Not really... She can't cast a spell.
She can't cast a spell. Okay. So I'm just
She's
binding
a
my
thief.
life
She
to
can
all
read
of
the
these.
spell. It just won't do anything.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, great. So have you met Morrigan? She is a sorceress.
I've met her, she said, and she. You can see her hands getting tight around her axe, but she
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
raise the axe.
I know how this looks.
Do you?
Yeah, no, I do. I get it because someone who looks exactly like her has terrorized everybody, stolen your souls, and now here we are with these gems to have the soul, so it would look like we are those people.
It looks very much the same way it has been looking for quite some time now.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be an awful lot of effort for us to go through to get all this stuff just to come and find you and try to give it back to you. That really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Enough talk. Give me my gem.
Yeah, we're happy to.
Freya, can you give me that pink gem so I can restore her soul, please?
Absolutely.
Notice my use of manners, by the way.
And notice my enthusiasm.
I'm hoping that will...
I thought you were talking to Freya. Freya,
Freya?
this is how we use manners.
This is how we speak to each other nicely.
Please and thank you.
And we look at the teenager, we're like,
We're setting a good example for the next generation.
I was telling my DM in the hopes that would win me some brownie points with these characters who think I'm evil.
I don't think they're going to go, she's been evil for a long time now, but today she had some please and thank yous, so I'm gonna give her a pass.
We only managed to take back a couple of stones from her. This is me talking to the actual people, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I already know that, yes.
Yeah, okay. We only managed to take back a couple of stones.
she mansplaining to you.
I think so. I think it's DM
Close your
splaining.
legs.
We only managed to take back a couple of stones from her before she fled. I am so sorry. I will restore whatever we have to you, and I promise that when this is over and the world doesn't end, I will get them back and I will get your souls back into you, whatever it costs me. And I look the dwarven woman in her eyes with great sincerity and apologeticness.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a real thing, yeah.
Yeah. O force beyond an angel's sung, upend the words of unwise tongue. I pray a godly gift bestowed, return lost soul to fresh abode.
The portal sighed as it released Morrigan's mother, Alvina, and Shayla. The latter fell to the ground, a slight pain gnawing from within. She looked at the gems she had carried through. They were all still there. Alvina reached down to help Shayla up. You paid the portal, she asked. I didn't want to, replied Shayla. I thought I had nothing to give. We always have something to give, said Alvina. The shuffling feet of golems drew their attention. Surrounded as they were, the two looked in vain for a path, and one presented itself. Through the village, along the road, there was a church. A soft glowing light slowly emanated from within. It crafted silhouettes of the golems as they stepped aside. Shayla's mouth hung open. Morrigan, she begged. No, said Alvina. That's not her. Time to switch plans.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you, now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. Looking for something to add to your bucket list? Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fanatic and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever and whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download the Meta AI app, now available on the Apple App Store and Google Play.
We off? 30 seconds of carefree bliss. Oof, like wind in your hair carefree. Oh, like using Clorox Disinfecting All-Purpose Cleaner in the home carefree. Yes! Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox Carefree? He's on a roll now. Spit toothpaste on the faucet. You got it. You got it. Peanut butter on the light switch. Oh, spritz, spritz. Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good. Okay, we're back. Use as directed.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good. It doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at jif.com.
Bestowed, return your soul to fresh abode. As payment for this boon, I yield and offer self instead as shield.
You see the soul come flying out of the gem and into her. You can see her take a deep breath as she does so. And again,
I wobble a bit.
You do, because every time you do this, you are now a shield for that person in some way. We have not addressed what that means yet, but there are now multiple people who are shielded by your existence.
Yeah.
And there are always consequences for our actions.
So I wobble a bit, and then I look back to Freya and I'm like, you took 2 back, right?
Yeah.
Can we see who else we have?
All right, I've got a light pink one.
Going once, going twice.
Anybody in the audience?
A man steps forward who looks familiar to, you've seen someone who looks like this before, but you haven't seen anybody like this since. Looks like Dutch, a Leonin. So the lion features.
Oh,
and
welcome.
He's quite large and very proud looking. And he says, I believe that is mine.
Alrighty.
Can I please have that one as well?
Absolutely.
Freya?
Let's just say you did the whole thing again rather than
reading it again. I wrote it like 4 times now.
Okay.
You guys get it.
And you see him. It's almost like his hair flows as the soul goes in.
Oh my gosh, this is such beautiful imagery.
Even though he was already quite strong looking, his shoulders come back and fall into place. And he smiles and says, thank you. And he looks towards Qatar and says, I believe something has changed.
Can I take a seat, by the way? I'm feeling a little woozy.
Yes, because once again, you have become a shield.
Yeah.
For yet another person.
As I said, it's more complicated than it seems. This is a plot that's been laid out before I think any of us even existed and is being played by players much bigger than us. We have been manipulated. I have been manipulated. You have been manipulated. The woman that has been terrorizing you, she wasn't me, or at least not the me that you see before you now. I was tricked by a god into splitting my soul in 2, and for some reason the other half of me has become evil, or maybe there was a part of me that was at some time. I'm not entirely sure how that's gone down, but she has been the one that took your souls, that has been manipulating you, that has led you here. She's fled, and we are just trying to stop this from resulting in all of the deaths that it's going to.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Perception?
Oh, sorry. Give me a persuasion check with
that's
advantage.
what I feel like. So she's.
Yeah, you figure out whether you perceive what
really
you
hard.
actually said. You think about that for a second.
All right. Thank you for the advantage.
Well, you earned it.
16 plus 5.
The Leonin Justicar puts a hand on Qatar's shoulder and says, I know there's more to this, but I think it's time we listened.
Ooh, nice work.
Very
the
good, Morrigan.
dwarven woman is also a Justicar, obviously, if they come to this place. And the grip loosens on her axe, and she lowers it to the ground in front of her, and she turns her head to listen.
I've sat down, so I've put myself in a position of not having power in this situation to kind of...
They all sit down as well.
Oh, okay.
They equal, I suppose.
equal
They
now.
sit down lower than you to put you higher than to make it more awkward.
They start digging holes.
It's just their heads popping out like you were saying.
Like little children with their legs crossed.
I turn and look each of them in the eye, especially those who I haven't been able to return their souls to them. And I say, firstly, let me apologize. While I wasn't the one who has done these atrocities, it was a part of me that it has been out here causing this chaos, causing this pain and suffering. And I am going to work every minute of my life to undo as much as I can that she has done to you or to your families, to this world. This battle that we're about to go into is
bigger than all of us. It's bigger than all of us.
It's bigger than all of us.
Kaa'Riin chips him from the side.
Bigger than all of us. I'm sorry, I'm used to doing the speeches, so I'm actually really struggling with this. I'm like chomping.
She's writing notes and handing them to you.
Thank you. I'd really appreciate that.
But they should be out of order. So randomly she's like, I think that tomorrow bigger than all of us.
We've been led here, and it is... How much do I fucking tell them?
You're not fighting for us per se. You're fighting for your loved ones.
Yes, says Qatar. I understand that. That's why we're here. We need to stop. We must defend the people we love. The plan is set. We fight at dawn.
So here's my dilemma.
Yeah, I've been struggling with this all week.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like if we just walk away, then the Golem army will just continue to march in and it'll take the army anyway. It'll take loved ones. It'll just tear on through anyway. So I think we still need to meet them for the battle. We just need to find a way for it to not last for days.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you say this out loud?
No, I'm talking to Stacey, not to Kaa'Riin.
I didn't even know that. All right, yeah.
Or telepathically, whichever allows me to do this and not have to have this conversation awkwardly in front of people.
It would still be awkward though, because it's two people's heads turning towards each other to speak and no words coming out for a while.
Yeah, like being at a silent disco when you're like grooving.
So,
but I guess everyone knows how that works because they've got tattoos themselves. And
but I'd rather them go into this knowing that it is a trap, but it's one that we can't avoid. Like, we need to go into the battle, but we're not going to play into it fully. We're not going to allow this to take days and to kill us all. Instead, we need to have something else happening in the background.
Okay, so the battle actually becomes a distractor.
Yes.
While we do something else.
Yes.
And that people will die doing this distraction.
Yes.
Which for the greater good.
They're going to war anyway. They were already prepared for that, but they at least need to know what they're fighting for.
Okay, I agree. Let's go back in.
Okay.
What are we doing in the background?
Oh, so I was thinking. I don't really like the idea of Dornis's mum becoming a god again.
I also don't trust that.
Yeah, I don't love it.
I'm not really on board with that plan. And he's already given us his soul to use, and I get the impression that maybe his soul isn't
Can't we just
enough.
kill him?
He told you it wasn't enough.
Okay. But there's an evil dragon god out there.
Evil dragon god.
Could we maybe sacrifice him?
How are we going to lure him into the mountain?
Idea.
Now, is this being said out loud?
Yes.
No, this is probably a conversation we should have after we talk to these guys, actually. Should we talk to these guys first and then have this
I
conversation?
just want to know what you want to tell them.
Okay, well, we'll do
Again,
that.
they're sitting around watching you look at each other.
Not the evil dragon guy. I feel like that's going to instill a lot of fear.
No. Well, that's a conversation we'll have separately.
The dragon god from the other side had a name, Masuma. And just like in this universe, he was one of 5. His role was simple: distract. He had watched from high above Inith Lenora, where Morrigan's mother and father had, for a moment, been targets. But the timing wasn't quite right. The heroes there were already distracted, far from their goal. Now, amongst the clouds, the great dragon again saw a target. On a battlefield of looming death, a chessboard of pieces offered potential. But only one was a king.
So we're saying this to people now in front of people?
Yes, this I'm looking away from you and back to the Justicar's. This is going to be a lot of information and it's going to sound insane, and you are gonna...
A giant snail told us.
It's never easy.
No. Okay, so I wish there was just like we'd pre-recorded the explanation of the story and then we could just like slot it
Press
in.
play.
Okay. We have all been led here by gods. They have been orchestrating the resurrection of a fallen god for, I don't even know how long at this point, at least 400 years. There was a genocide that happened 400 years ago, and there is a door behind which their souls are waiting to be sacrificed to raise this god from the dead. But it's not enough.
You can see the Justicars all look shocked by this information, stunned, like they're staggered by the idea that there are trapped souls and the gods involved.
And I'm going to interject. I'm like, they're actually my people. They're my people. They're my family. They're my community. They're in there. Oh, and then I time traveled to here.
The dwarven lady puts her hand on your shoulder. She reaches up and gives you a nod as if to show you respect for what you've lost.
And I nod back and put my hand on her hand.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's nice.
And she says, "Oh, you know the ritual, do you? We are now married." No.
And I say, that's fine with me, because I come from a polyamorous community and we're down for that.
Yeah.
You look her up and down, you're like, yeah,
okay. Yeah.
I'm
You'll
good
do.
with that.
You'll do.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Where was I? Gods raising souls. They have created, well, one of them has created this golem army with the intention of drawing us out here and sacrificing all of us, all of our armies, to resurrect this god. It is a ploy, it is a plan that has been set in motion, and one that we want you to understand the scope of what you're going into. We understand that you've come here for this battle. You've come here knowingly wanting to protect your families and willingly going into a risky situation, but you deserve to know what you're actually fighting for. You deserve to know the truth. We don't think there's another way around this. If we walk away from this battle, the golem army will go into our towns, will go into our villages, will kill our families, will kill us regardless.
Qatar stops you and says, "No, they won't. The towers still stand."
Oh.
The line is drawn and they cannot come across it. We will ride into them.
But haven't some of the towers been knocked down?
They have.
Yeah.
Not all the towers still stand.
That starts a conversation between the Justicars. How much do we know? Are you sure? The scouts, all that sort of stuff. The scouts said this. They have stopped right along the line.
No, we've seen it. We've seen them being knocked down.
They could come through at any moment.
Any moment.
Qatar calls out, set a line, and people start rushing off to get armies to at least stand guard, because right now they're not even standing guard.
Oh, okay. But
So
they're
at
still
least
sitting here listening.
I mean, they've got scouts watching and so forth, but as far as they're concerned, they've got this incredible protection of watchtowers right across the battlefield.
Yeah.
On the other side of the battlefield. But
they've led us there because they want us there to sacrifice ourselves there. It's easier than transporting us later.
Sure, but I mean, they thought they were going to charge in and have the advantage of being able to hold the battle wherever they wanted to, because that line is there for them. If it's not working.
Oh, I hate ruining their lives by telling them this information. But they need to know. They deserve to know. Okay, where were we up to? So, being led here, soul sacrifice. Yes. So, our big problem is that, yeah, they can get through. There's no avoiding this. We do need to go to battle, but I refuse to allow our sacrifice to play into their plans. I refuse to let us all die. It is war. There will be sacrifices. I'm willing to put myself on the line for this, but we need to use the battle as a distraction to find another way. We don't believe that this god should be resurrected. There are other ways to resolve this. The golem army needs to be fought, but we can alter the course of this
outcome.
Fate.
Destiny.
Bigger than us. Sorry, I read the wrong card. The problem was, indeed, bigger than them. In a world far beyond here, there was a place here called there. In that place, there was a man, in a heavy coat, patched poorly at the elbows. He sat behind a shoddy wooden desk that would have leaned if one leg didn't rest on a dusty piece of metal wedged firmly beneath. A sultry voice broke through the slow jazz crackling from vinyl. "Detective Lassiter Blaze," she said. "I hate the way you say it," came the reply. The one who was Torbett sat down lower than you, says, "I hear everything you're saying, but I want to fight. My men and women are here to fight. We rise at dawn. And he gets up and he walks off back to his tent.
I'm like, okay, just as long as you know what you're getting yourself into.
We just thought you deserved to know why you're really here.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
You're very kind.
We tried.
I guess. And he heads away. The dwarven woman sees this and almost takes that like a challenge to her people. And she says, This won't go away without us being strong. Dwarves fight when we are needed. And she turns and walks away as well.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye, sweetie. She looks at Kaa'Riin.
I'm like, bye, honey, be safe up here.
And now we're left with this ratty teenager.
Oh, this teenager who I've probably still got a hold of.
Yeah, you still got a hold of.
Yeah.
It's been very awkward for quite some time.
Starting to get sweaty.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with her?
Well, she's just witnessed all of this. Has this changed any of her mind about anything, or is she just still going to try and kill everyone at
Oh, yeah,
risk
you
in the
always
face of
change
the world?
teenagers' minds quickly.
Yeah.
She has not changed her mind.
I say, well, then you're grounded.
Ah,
You're grounded, young
you're
lady.
the worst. You're not my real mum.
I actually think we're going to have to lock her up somewhere. She's a liability.
Qatar did mention that they were going to lock
There
us
was a
up, so
prison.
there's somewhere.
Yeah, there's somewhere to go.
It's not so much a prison as a place they can guard, obviously.
Yeah.
If we do let her go, could she go back to the guild and then also Minty?
Yes, she can.
She
So
go
we
where she
don't want
pleases.
that.
You're
Or she
free to
could just
leave
go
means
hide
exactly
behind
that.
a tree and then stab us in the back.
She could do that.
Yeah.
But also tell everyone like what has just happened.
True.
I'm going to... Look, I think we're all too important for this battle. We're going to run interference in the background. So we can't be taken to a holding cell right now.
Which I don't think they're wanting to do anymore, so I think we're okay.
Yep. But she's
But
a
we might-
liability.
Yeah, we might need to hold her.
We're going to have to hold her, and I'm going to turn her around because I was like, I kind of had her like behind, like grabbing up. I turn around, I'm like, look, I'm doing this for you, not to you. But I'm going to have to take you to a holding cell. You'll be comfortable, you'll be protected, but we're going to pick this up again later. It's just right now is not the time.
We'll just give her a phone. Like she'll be entertained
No,
for
we can't give her a phone. She'll just call the people.
That's true.
On the phones that they don't have in this imaginary world.
Yeah, I'm like,
They
we're also in
don't
a
exist
fantasy
here.
world.
There's this whole thing where they just don't exist here.
Qatar, can you lead us to the guarded area for this child? And I need to talk to you. We need to talk to you as well.
He basically calls over some of the guards who were coming to get you originally, and he says, this will be spoken about again.
We agree.
You cannot take lies without some repercussion.
Happy to face the consequences as soon as we save the world.
Correct.
Agreed, he says.
If.
He nods to the guards and they take the girl away. You don't see where they take her.
Do they do community service in this world?
So give her community service.
No, I meant for us later.
Oh, you'll get community service.
Oh, gosh, I can't wait for the whole episode of just us in court for our war crimes.
Your father turns to you. Your bio daddy.
Has everyone else left?
The girls are still with you, but yeah, the Justicars are filtering off
They've
now.
gone back to their people.
Yeah, ready for the morning. You have probably about 6-7 hours until morning.
So we
Let's
should
rest.
You could
While
indeed
Jake's
rest.
back, yeah.
Make
but,
a plan, maybe?
Morrigan, you wouldn't quite need as much, and you can certainly set the plan up if you want, but the girls would be asleep.
Oh, okay.
But you have time to choose those things.
But I can talk because I need half the amount of time of rest that they do, so
That's
I
correct.
can talk it through with Qatar and then
Yeah.
rest. Okay.
So is that what you guys? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a long rest because I want to get all my spells back.
And I need all my hit points back.
Okay. The two girls
Without saying anything, just drop to the ground and fall
just
asleep.
fall over asleep where
we're
they're standing.
like, no, I'm going to check in. I'm like, are you sure you got this? Like, you know what you're doing, Morrigan?
Yeah, this is a reunion that has been a long time coming.
So you're okay if I go to sleep?
Yes, please
Okay.
do. We need you at full strength.
Yeah, totally. That's cool. Okay, I was going to get my wild shots back. Like, you get it, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Qatar points to his tent. Take mine. I won't be needing it.
and I say thank you. Off I go. And I pick up my white fur blanket and
Yeah, I also long rest, but with the blanket. I find that this sheep.
No,
skin.
your long rest is blanket.
Blanket.
Sans blanket.
Sans blanket, 86 a blanket. Okay, great. So we are rested, but we are sleeping. So I guess
Well, you're
everything
still
that
resting,
happens,
so it's all up to what Morrigan comes up with right now with Qatar. No pressure.
Yeah.
Solve this problem.
I'm glad it's up to you and not me.
As she drifts off to sleep, she says that you solve this.
we're the brawn. That's why.
Did you just a little personal admin stuff before we jump into the serious world ending stuff? Did you know about me?
Of course. Your mother, she thought it best if I just stayed on the edges.
Because I just found out about you.
Well, I've watched you grow, of course. As I said, from the side, with my people, we could get into the city quite easily. And I could find out information. But your father wanted me dead.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yes. We had many a meeting together where I felt as though at any moment I would have to protect myself.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in this position right now. Not in terms of being separated, but in terms of the reason that I was convinced to go and seek Dornis out and be split is because of his tyrannical disapproval of polygamy.
Perhaps. It's hard to know who the man really is. I've been alive for quite some time and I've seen him be a better man. But yes, since your birth, there was a change.
Whether your business has 6 floors or 6 employees, Walmart Business has everything you need to save time, money, and hassle. You can restock your break room with bulk ordering or bulk up your ordering team with shared payments. And you can get it all delivered straight to your business's door, whether that's on Wall Street or Main Street. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Okay, so first of all, I'm very sorry for everything that she has put you through, and I was serious when I said that I'm going to make this up. And
he does interrupt you and say, one of the things you learn as a Justicar is that you put the person aside when bigger things are before you. We will have time.
Yeah, well, that's the goal. So, Dornis's plan, and I hold out the black stone. And by the way, this is Dornis. He's part of the sacrifice. His plan is to resurrect his mother, and we need to put a god in the pantheon, or an evil god will come from an evil god from the other world. Yeah, there's another world as well. It's a mess. Will take over that spot. This gap needs to be filled. We don't necessarily think that raising his mother is the best plan, but we can put someone else in that position. And
he puts his hand out and asks if he can hold the gem for a moment.
No.
Why no?
You're not there. Shut up and sleep.
Sorry.
She sounds like a bear. Oh, no, wait, that's right. When you sleep, you do the little purry kitten feet.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
Sure.
As he lands in his hands, he says to you, why doesn't it glow?
I don't think creatures of darkness glow. At least that's my theory.
Okay. He gives it back straight away.
Why? Do you think it's something else?
The gems glow when there is a soul inside.
Fuck.
We've been tricked.
We may have been double-crossed.
Oh, I'm not talking, I'm asleep.
We should have had this conversation further away from the side of the tent.
We're keeping them awake. Okay, well, that is something we may need to solve as well. But okay, here's what I'm thinking so far. And I know that you are a highly intelligent man, and I'm hoping that you can help me here. We need to put a god in that place. It doesn't necessarily need to be them, but we do need to feed souls to get there. I don't want to sacrifice all of us to do that. I haven't talked to Kaa'Riin about this, but there was a genocide that happened.
Sorry, Kaa'Riin's like, I'm still listening.
There was a genocide that happened 400 years ago, and her people are essentially in stasis. Their souls are there. I'm not sure whether we are even able to bring them back. And we do also have a murderous evil god from another world after you, amongst other people.
I can only imagine what his expression would suddenly change to. I'm not sure I can describe it, but there is sudden shock and fear. There's about 12 emotions jammed on top of their face at one time.
Yeah, like it's been a complicated couple of weeks.
Why would this be true?
People don't like us.
Well, as long as it's not something you caused, no.
We didn't do any of this. I mean,
Your friends are very light sleepers. Should I hit
talk
them with
in their
something? Guards, knock them out.
I think we can use this to our advantage, though. If we can use you, or perhaps an illusion of you, to lure in the other god, surely that soul is worth armies of souls. And if we sacrifice him, and we sacrifice Kaa'Riin's people, and make Kaa'Riin a god, I think that is a significantly better position to be in than where we're leading right now, where we're being led to.
So how do we begin this bait and switch?
Well, while the battle is going, I know that the god that is looking for you is currently in a dragon form. If we can use that as a distraction, make it seem like we are following through with the plan that's been forced upon us, and find a place nearby. We have the choir that we have recently rescued, who can cast an illusion of you to lure the dragon in. Anyway, I've got a spell that I can use to take his soul and take their souls, reunite Kaa'Riin with her people, and put her on the god throne. Or at least that's my current plan. Woo-woo!
Sorry, sir, we were supposed to hit her in the head. My mistake.
I haven't discussed this with Kaa'Riin yet.
I'm good with it.
But I'm hesitant to give that kind of power to just anyone.
Off screen for a minute. If that were to happen, how do I keep traveling around with my besties? Do I have to stay up there in the sky?
Oh, you'd be omnipotent. But absolutely, you wouldn't be traveling.
What the fuck does that mean?
You would not be traveling around with these people.
Omnipotent. What's that?
Omnipotent.
So you can see and hear, and you're aware of everything in the
like
world.
omniscient narration.
Yes, yeah.
Kind of like that, but with gods, it means you exist in all places at all times.
But remember, we do know some gods that have bodies, like snails. But
that means I'm out of the game.
We need another plan. I need someone to turn to God to. I just thought it was nice to give you your people back if I was sacrificing them anyway.
I guess is how I leave.
They was leaving you.
I guess this is goodbye.
That would be very Lion King.
I'll call Josie. She can't wait
Just
to jump
step
in the sea.
Yeah.
Well, I need someone to make a god, because I don't want to raise mother.
The big part of the plan that seems pretty important right now is how do we start the part where you sacrifice me, says Qatar. And he does look wary, because he does say, it looks like you're going to use me as bait in some way, so
We don't have to use you as bait, though, because we do have the choir, and they are able to create very powerful, very convincing imitations of reality.
Well, when do we do this? Do we start now? He looks urgent. He almost looks like he's ready to move. When do you want to do this?
After a nap.
Of course, yes, of course. Napping is important in all situations.
The reason we're not beginning now is because we've seen a vision, and we know that it's not time yet.
I should point out that you also saw a vision where it was he died at your hands, and that didn't come true.
Oh, thank fuck. I did have written down Dad dies first.
But it hasn't come true yet.
I know. I mean, that's, those people who are the people who say, they can see into the future and stuff, and they go, yes, this major thing will happen.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, in 2023. And that comes and goes, and they go, sorry, I did the math wrong. 2028, I forgot to loop around the other side of the 3, all that sort of stuff. It's like, you have, I think you should imagine that you have clearly moved around one of the things that you were told would definitely happen.
But could it be evil Morrigan coming back to actually kill him?
It still could be. Yeah. 2028.
We're not going to live in the what if?
Are you heading off to a nap?
Thank you for hearing me out. We will start this plan once I talk to the girls in the morning. It has been a long journey for us all, and I'm just going to recover my strength.
He says, look, it's a little embarrassing if anything, but come with me. And he walks over to a beautiful tent. He says, I keep this tent.
He has 2.
Well, this one is always for your mother. She and I obviously have never been able to be together again. But we rebuild the tent every time anyway. It's empty. Take it. I will see you before dawn. And he, again, almost looks like he slides away without his feet touching the ground.
Which is a hilarious image, by the way. Like, I know you're going for, like, elegance and grace, but I'm just like, wee.
Yeah, same.
It's still walking. It
Well,
just
like,
doesn't
the
look like,
toes, like ballerina toes, just
no,
like
he's not
sliding
floating
along.
precisely, I guess. It's like the opposite of me walking. I look like multiple injuries have occurred to my legs, which they have.
So appropriately sized ankles.
Yes. Knees at work, ankles, the whole bit. He's got them.
I collapsed pretty much immediately. Putting myself as a shield for 3 souls in the manner of minutes is exhausting, and I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I'm frustrated, I'm relieved, and I just collapse into sleep.
You may all have a long rest. And in the morning, you are either woken by yourself or one of the guards comes in to wake you just before dawn so you can make sure that you get ready for the battle. You hear there's much more noise of people moving around, armor, hustle, bustle, horses, carts, everything, and things are being propelled, I guess, towards the front of the battlefield now. Breakfast is being served in some way. Everyone is eating. There's lots of eggs. It's mostly eggs.
I'm actually really hungry right now, and I'm thinking about bacon eggs. I'm like, oh.
It's bacon, it's eggs, it's scrambled.
I'm thinking about
it's
a burrito.
Poached.
Oh, yeah.
Morrigan explains the story to you about what's going to happen. She's about to explain to me exactly what's about to happen. Qatar is sitting there going, so what's this thing with me? How's the thing with me? There's a whole bunch of the choir members are there going, yeah, what? You want us to
so
what?
having a little breakfast meeting.
Yeah. Morrigan, explain your plan.
Oh, I didn't spend any time thinking about it.
For those who are wondering why she said that, we just ordered lunch. During which time I heard the discussion, I'm going to do some thinking about that.
Yeah.
No.
All right, impulse decisions. Let's go.
Yes. Impulse.
The sun is beginning to rise.
So, girls, I have initially brainstormed a plan that I need to run by you and nut out some details. And please feel free to chip in anywhere here.
Yeah, got it.
So, the general plan is, I don't think we should do what Dornis has asked us to do and raise his mother. Mm-hmm. But we do need to fill the spot in the Pantheon.
Agreed.
Yes. Parthenon? Pantheon.
Pantheon.
I think we could put someone else in the position of godhood, and instead of sacrificing this whole army, instead of sacrificing all of these good people and Kaa'Riin's people and Dornis and ourselves to raise Dornis's mum, I think we should lure in evil dragon dude.
Love it.
Sacrifice him.
Love it.
Oh, yes.
We may still have to sacrifice your people.
Oh, I don't know if that's necessary.
But I'm not sure, I don't know if the souls are going to be enough.
You know, he's a dragon god. Don't worry about it.
I'm hoping he's enough.
Surely, is that the soul of a dragon and a god?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, a little bit more.
I think that's pretty decent.
Well,
and dragons are rare, right? Like, they're not, I know it's called Dungeons and Dragons, but we have seen one dragon in 3 years.
And maybe one dungeon.
Maybe one dungeon.
Hopefully he's enough. And with Dornis' soul, which, by the way, we're not entirely sure that he's actually in here because it's not glowing. He may have double-crossed us.
You know, I was going to say something because when I noticed that my, purple one was glowing and yours wasn't glowing, but I thought maybe just because it's a nasty-ass evil soul and it had no glow or shine.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, but I think a soul's a soul regardless, or as my husband likes to say, irregardless.
So Look, no one's shocked that he double-crossed us.
Just make sure you're being very specific about this.
Yes, yeah.
One of my other favourites.
I just heard it. I was like,
you and I have done that one before, the whole, Pacifically,
I'd really like to mention Morrigan for her exceptional planning.
I love it when people correct you. I'm like, I know.
That's the joke.
It was a bit. I was doing a bit.
I was doing a thing.
But in the event that it is not enough, I think not knowing how to bring your people's souls back to living, that is a better situation than sacrificing currently living people. And in that event, maybe we could reunite them with you by making you a god. And I look at Kaa'Riin.
Sorry, me.
Yeah.
I'm just swallowing my coffee like,
For breakfast. Good morning. Would you like to be a god?
I gotta spit the coffee out. What? Whoa, that got weird real fast. Look, love that for me, honestly. That sounds good.
It's a big decision, and hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully we will...
Why can't you be a god?
That is a good question, and no one should trust me.
I was never going to recommend Freya at all. No, absolutely not. She would be the new god of chaos. It would be ridiculous.
You were never considered.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't consider me. Power head, no good.
Again, we're doing this for you, not to you.
And for the rest of the world.
Kaa'Riin, heaps better option. Heaps better.
Look, if it means being with my family again, I guess, but I probably don't love the idea of never playing D&D again.
They're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's weird.
She rolls perception, suddenly she sees these people standing around her. Giants.
But you know what? For the greater good, because bigger than us, I'll do it.
If it comes to having to sacrifice your people as well, if not you, I at least think that you should have a say in who we put in that position.
Thank you. I actually really appreciate being included in the decision making.
But in the meantime, if we can focus on getting the dragon's soul, the god's soul, and then go from there, if anyone, just think on it over the next little bit. If you think anyone else maybe could be a good god contender. But in terms of the people we've met, a lot of people suck.
You're starting to hear trumpets, and I still haven't heard the plan.
Oh, yes.
That was the plan, wasn't
Sorry.
it?
So
But what are you actually doing? Because it's like, we're just
we
going
need to lure the dragon here. We know the dragon is hunting down our relatives.
Our relatives.
Our relatives.
Our relatives.
And I have one of my relatives
Golden
that I saw.
Spear. Sorry, that was a throwback.
I have one of my relatives right here, and I look at Qatar.
Awesome. What if I shapeshift into my mum? Do you reckon that will fool him?
Now, I'm not actually proposing that we put you or even Qatar in any real danger, because we do have this magical choir who can create real good illusions.
God, you're smart. I love that.
Oh, that's clever.
You hear them singing as they prepare for the day?
I also would like to stay in the comfort of this tent. Where no dragon can get me.
I don't think we can quite manage that. But if we can find a clearing near the battle, I think the chaos and destruction is going to lure the dragon curiously over here anyway. He is a god of chaos.
Oh,
I think he's going to be in the area, and if we can lure him in with the temptation of killing two of our relatives in one go.
Yeah, he'll come.
And then we're just got to figure out how to kill a dragon god.
Yeah. I was thinking like a big rat trap. Big rat trap.
Do we have to make that ourselves, I think?
Yeah, like there's like 3 minutes left before this whole thing.
Well, how do you kill a dragon? With a golden spear from the stars?
That could work.
I love that. Who has that?
None of us.
I was thinking
Yeah, you have
something
absolutely no
along the
control
lines
over
of-
that.
Like, that could work. No, it can't.
But maybe.
What if I get my bears and they can help with the attacking of the dragon?
You know they turn up a little late usually.
Yeah, they are pretty.
Although they aren't that far away now.
I'm going to
They
bear
are
them.
closer. You're calling the bears?
I'm calling them in.
All right.
Can we Google how the fuck do you kill a dragon?
Yes.
Still no. In your land, no.
Do you think that we could just kill a dragon, or is his armor class going to be something
No, it's going to be so
ridiculous?
high. That's why I'm calling in the bears, because we can all just kind of get in on it.
Can we?
You are in front of an army. Or two or three or four.
I know, but I feel like
Can we
it's a dragon.
make it someone else's problem? And hear me out. Hear me out.
First of all,
This
I love
is
it.
God
Love
shit.
it.
You should do this.
Maybe you should be the
God.
god. Somebody else's problem is your motto.
Do you remember, and I'm
But in
looking
Latin.
at Kaa'Riin here, do you remember a little while ago when we went to another plane of existence?
Yes, I do.
And we met a crocodile.
Dada.
And we talked to someone very powerful who gave us wishes or something.
You definitely were given a wish
Yes.
by the Queen
Dragonfly.
of the Undreamed.
Can we send him to her to deal with?
The dragon?
Yeah.
To Dada?
No, to
To the crocodile?
to whatever that. What was she?
To the void.
The queen of the dream. The queen of the undreamed.
The queen
We
of
have
the
to send it
undreamed.
to the void.
Can we send him to the void?
That's usually when we put them into a deep sleep. Can we put him into a deep sleep?
Can we put him into a deep sleep?
But then we need the soul still. If we send the dragon there.
I think I've got a spell to get souls out because I wrote down 2 from, and I'm rifling through my fanny pack now, and I'm like, aha, I have a spell for taking souls out of bodies.
Okay.
So if we do that and we get his soul into the empty blue gem, the one that my parents vacated, we just need to not be killed by him. So if we put him to sleep, then the Queen of the Undreamed can deal with him while we get the soul out.
Got it.
Thoughts?
It's a plan.
It's a plan.
It's better than anything that I am coming up with right now.
Just because I do have command, and could I not command them to sleep or to dream?
Yeah, you can command the dragon to sleep.
They are notoriously powerful.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Are they notoriously wise? Because you've got a roll.
They are.
They
Some
are.
of-
It's
some
actually
of them
their
are.
whole shtick.
Some of them are, yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Ladies, I'm sad to say this, but I have to interrupt you because the trumpets are now playing. The armies are starting to gather. The people are moving beyond tents.
Fuck it, we're winging it. Let's
Breakfast
go.
is over.
Pun intended. Dragon.
And you can see, are you moving along with them? What would you like to do? The armies are moving towards the front.
Yeah, we're enacting our plan, which is get those illusions happening.
Okay.
Get that dragon happening. We're in front. We're leading, actually.
Okay.
Because then we got heaps of people to fight this dragon.
As you move in front of, beyond the tent, the reign of the tent, and you can see the range of the tent, and you can see in front of you the plains head right across. They're quite large. The rays of the sun are chasing the last moments of the 2 moons down. There's an eerie silence, and the wind is quiet. The colours of dawn spread across the field and sparkle across rows and rows of armour as the men and women move into place. There's rows of soldiers, rows of spears, knights on horses, rows and rows of souls. A lone man, shorter in stature than many of those he stood with, but equal in courage, watched quietly as the wall of warriors stretched wide across the field, and waited. They stood firmly, but the dawn of war brings a type of fear few understand or welcome. A light breeze brushed the emerald beads of his beard together like a wind chime. Thousands of soldiers, and yet this was the only sound he heard. He refused to let fear win. Talon and wildfire, he said to himself. Let's raise their spirits high. And he stepped before the line.
To the sound of trumpets and the beat of drums, until silence calls your name. March forth, they say, with rattle and hum, to the doors of devil's flame. But hold now, wait, anticipate, and taste these last few breaths, till cold, cold ground covers lip and sound. When lost you are in death.
In the distance, of course, is the forest. You can hear noises. You can't really see anything. And as the sun rises, you can see the shadows fall away and leave the golem army standing behind. They seem to be standing there swaying slightly, but they stay still. As you can see, they're standing almost in a line. Qatar is with you now, and he says, see, the watchtowers still stand. And then the shadows rush forward as a cloud of darkness rises above the forest and starts to block out the sun. The sky beyond the forest fills with dark flying ships made of vague materials, wisps of spirits. And in front of those is a ship. One little ship.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. know this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle.
Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
And it's heading towards the line where the Golem army stands.
Captain and Nico.
You can see the ship is on fire, the sails burn, and the smoke is streaking from behind them. And Qatar says they're not going to make it.
Oh, no. Is it Captain and Nico?
From where you are, you can't really tell that.
Roll perception.
Okay, roll perception on the dot in the distance.
Yep. It's a 17 plus 3, 20.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Sure. I feel like this is a pointless roll, but I'll do it. 16.
I get a 9 plus 2, so it's 11.
Oh, shit, my perception's 6. So it's 17 plus 6. I forgot it went up with my upgrade.
Damn.
I'm so perceptive.
You are very perceptive.
Sorry, New Zealand.
Well, that was horrendous, but who's holding the hourglass that Dornis gave you?
He gave it to me.
All right, firstly, Kaa'Riin, you do step forward just a half a step because you notice there is something very familiar about that ship. You've seen it before. You can see the front of the ship is a harpy.
Yes!
And you
the
recognise the Golden Spear, as it's now called. That ship is called the Golden
it's
Spear.
called that now, yes.
That's what its name has changed into.
Sorry,
yeah.
it is, because it is the Golden Spear.
Yeah. Well, it's named the Golden Spear because this ship has been around a long time.
God, I love this story. I love a story about a ship. I really do.
I do love the ship, yeah. But this ship has been around a long time, and some say that it was there at the original battle.
Do you think that the Golden Spear is like our weapon against the dragon?
I'd have to say, if you were looking at how the ship looks right now, no, I wouldn't. But Morrigan, you do feel the hourglass. Well, I'm not allowed to use half the words anymore. I wasn't allowed to use quiver. I wasn't allowed to use vibrate.
Oh, yeah.
So the hourglass shimmies.
Oh, shimmy's good.
Shimmies.
Can you remind me
your
what the
pocket.
hourglass does? Is like significant moments?
It does. It reminds you of things that happen, that have historically happened time and time again in the loop.
Oh, so this has happened before in the loop.
Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
Let sand fall through these links in time. Let past be true, lest all unwinds. See now with eyes attuned what came to pass and happens soon. Time's tales told twice and thrice and more. A desperate urge to rewrite law. Beyond the clouds of black and white soars a ship of hope and a crew of light. A father lost, a mother found, and a soul once saved when damn near drowned. It holds within the souls of all, whose ballad deep was ocean's call. But where do all those souls belong? Should God be saved at cost of song?
And Kaa'Riin, at this moment, and as always with you guys, things happen in orders that I don't imagine them to happen in, and for reasons that I didn't expect. So the whale within you.
What a sentence. What a phrase.
Sorry, it sounds horrible now. The whale within you, you can feel them. You can feel them being activated or something. There's an urgency to them. They don't want to turn into a whale right now, but something about that
They're connecting to something.
Yeah, they're connecting to something, absolutely.
And I listened to my whale.
And I actually didn't know how this sort of, I had this section that I had Coop do. And he was really excited to come down and record something. And I had no idea where it would go because it didn't make any sense. But it makes sense with the whales. So yes, and it's almost as though the whale feels this more than you do.
Hi, I'm Cooper from Australia, and I play lute.
He's so cute.
We're almost there, everyone! Just hold on. Captain! Don't bother steering. Doesn't matter anymore. We're crashing! Ah, she never listened. Darkon, where are you? We need you! Hold on down there. We're going in!
He is gorgeous.
He does it so well.
He had lots of fun as always.
So well, oh my God, I believed he was on that ship, being don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And he helped me edit that one just last night when I suddenly went, I would like to maybe make something with Coop. Anyway.
Beautiful.
You see the ship come crashing down into the golem army itself and carve through, bodies flying everywhere before it comes to rest. You do see movement on the desk. You see something fly loose, but you can't tell what it is. It glints in the sun, or the small amount of sun that's still there, because the shadow behind them is a fleet of ships that are now appearing beyond the forest. And it is hundreds that were clearly firing towards the little ship. It was held out of range, although it clearly has been hit quite a few times.
And I am running to that ship. I'm going to have to break rank. I'm like, hold the fort, but I've got to go to this ship. There's some very, very important people that you're going on to see on this ship.
They are indeed important, and from here you can't tell what condition they are in. So, with the ship crushed and burning, surrounded by the golem army, the two armies eyeing each other off, this is where we end the episode.
But I'm still running, right?
You are still running,
okay.
Yes. I was running as Forrest Gump. Oh, fuck you.
No, I
get nothing for my Forrest Gump.
You didn't even give us a second to process.
You didn't finish the word running.
Before you started
I
going,
just see your faces. In your faces, you're like, why would I recommend
waiting.
My face
this
is
man?
always like that, Cory. You know, it takes 5 seconds for anything to process in
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?